Hello everyone, Dean here with the Rogue Deck Chronicles, and we're back with another Rogue Deck Showcase. And this time we're actually featuring one of my favorite types. It's the Metal or Steel type Pokemon, and we're going to be talking about Mega Excadrill in this video. So, I'll say this now, you may be asking, Dean, Mega Excadrill isn't really Rogue, and it's becoming more popular in the meta, it's doing well in online tournaments right now. Like, why are you showcasing this card? The reason, one, I was actually very hyped on this card. I love metal decks. I'm glad that metal decks are having their time to shine right now in this format. Two, to me, to really understand what rogue decks are, you gotta understand what's doing well in the meta. And Mega Excadrill is one of those decks that, one, is brand new to Pitch Black, so we kind of want to showcase it and really show you all how to play really a more straightforward type deck, especially if you're getting just into the game. We're in our off season right now. If you want to do competitive seasons with the regionals or even just your locals more seriously, I feel like Mega Excadrill is a really straightforward deck, and I wouldn't say it's popular in the meta. Granted, we have Dragapult, which is going to be about 40% of the meta when we get to regional level, but I will say, be expected to see this type of card. So we want to showcase these type of decks just so you understand when we talk about Rogue, these are the decks that we have in mind that we want to beat. So with that being said, let's take a look at Mega Excadrill. So Mega Excadrill is a stage 1 metal type Pokemon, 340 HP, is massive HP. It has 2 attacks. For 2 metal energy, you have Undermine, you do 90 base damage, and then you discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. So Knight's Milling help kind of get rid of some important resources, especially with cards out there like Kami and Knight. They're stacking cards to kind of keep for safe keeping, so we can go ahead and get rid of those resources that they're looking for. And then another attack is Maximum Drilling for 3 metal energy. That's 200, but if we have at least 2 extra energy, so 5 energy total, attached to this Pokemon, we do 130 more damage, so we can do 330 damage total. This is important because we can one-shot those Dragapults. So, again, the card reads well, reads simple in my opinion. So let's talk about the deck that it belongs to. So this is the list I got. Now I'm running is with a 4-2 split with the Drilbur with the Call for Family, which I love this attack. It helps you set up when you are kind of breaking in your beginning. We don't play Precious Trolley in this list. I will say there are lists that do play Precious Trolley. We are more of a consistent build, and to me, I like that better. So 4-2, we play 1 Fez because draw is always good. A 4-4-2 split of the Beldum, Metang, and Metagross, and yes, we are using Metal Maker. It is the easiest way to get the energy onto our Mega Excadrills in one go. And then we play 2 Genesects here just to get our evolution Pokemon in play. For our trainer cards, we play 4 Buddy Poffin, 1 Energy Recycler, just so we can utilize Metang later in the game. 2 Jumbo Ice Creams, 1 Night Stretcher, 2 Pokégears, 1 Ultra Ball, and our stadium of choice is 1 Gravity Mountain. This just helps with those Mega Evolutions. If we get something that's 360 HP, that's a stage 2, put Gravity Mountain in play, 330, and that's perfect math for the Mega Excadrill. In regards to our supporters, we play 3 bosses, 2 Kiirans, just because we don't really have any good switching options, and sometimes we need to have that buff to attack. 4 Lillies, because Lillies is really good, and 3 Team Rocket's Petrel, just so we can grab some of our pieces when we need it. We do play 2 tools in this list. We play 1 Air Balloon, to again help with retreating when we can. And then our ace pack of choice is Hero's Cape. I'll be honest with y'all, I already pre-recorded my games for this video, and you'll see the games going on. They're actually very good games. I did not draw or see the Hero's Cape at all. I think we can use a pretty good amount of ace specs here. Hero's Cape is a good option. Again, I talked about Precious Trolley. There's those builds out. There's Secret Box, I think will be really good. Because of the lack of switching, I can say Prime Catcher may be a decent option. Honestly, really, I can't think of a bad ace spec for this deck. It's pretty straightforward. You're not relying on an ace spec, but it definitely helps for win conditions. So I will say anything that makes sense for you and your playstyle, this will be a really good deck to try out different A-specs before we lose them in rotation. And then for energy count, we do 15 metal energy. That's pretty much a good number, especially with the one energy recycler. We don't really need a lot of energy to get our stuff up and running. And the good thing is when Metal Maker, we can attack with the Fezandipiti. We can really attack with all our Pokemon in this deck. So this is a really straightforward deck, and you'll see our games just in a bit. So before we go into our games, just want to ask and just give a gentle reminder, please like and subscribe to our videos and to our channel. We are a growing YouTube channel. This is a side project, a passion project for myself and Dev. We have a lot of ideas coming up, and we do take a lot of time researching these decks and trying to make them presentable to y'all. Again, and we do work full-time jobs, so just being able to play this game and really share our passion in this game with y'all, that's all we really want to do. So helps to the algorithm, it helps really know that you guys are liking our videos. So you can please do that, let your friends know about us, interact down in the comments below. And without further ado, let's go into the ladder and see this deck in action. And we have some great games for y'all, so take a look and let us know what y'all think. Okay, y'all, we're in our first game here with Mega Excadrill. We won the coin flip, and we're choosing to go second. That way we can use our supporters to kind of set up our board. We do have a Buddy Poffin. We have Metal Energy here. And it looks like we're going against a Mega Chandelure deck. So we know a little bit about this deck because we did feature this on our channel. So if you can, just go take a look on our version of how we play Mega Chandelure. I will say one of the big drawbacks of this deck for us is that we do have heavy retreat costs, but we're not retreating anyway, but it will power up their attack, so we have to try to knock them out before we get knocked out ourselves. And they also play with DeLorean Light, I will believe, and it looks like they're going with the Area Dose build, which I believe has an ability, but I can't remember what the ability does. I know it has to do something with your retreat costs. So let's just get our board set up here. Let's get this. I want to try and get our Beldums out. We do have a Team Rocket's Petrel. Now, I'm probably going to get a Ultra Ball with this. Yeah. That way I can get a Genesect if I have that in the deck. We do have that in deck. We have 11 energy in our deck. And we got everything else. We don't really need a lot with this deck. That's the beauty of playing something like this. I'm going to give up the boss's orders. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll grab the Genesect here. That way we can get pieces for next turn. Attach an energy. We will use Metallic Signal. We have one Metang, so we'll grab another Metang and Excadrill. And we'll have everything we need for next turn. And with that, let's just do 10 damage. Get some damage on the board here. Make it a little easier for us to knock out once they get to the Mega Chandelure. That is 350 damage, or 350 HP. The max we do is 230, so even 10 more will be good. We do play Gravity Mountain, so that will help us with our math as well. So as I suspected, they do play Big Net. Our active evolution Pokemon is one treatment more, so it just plays into their attack. Granted, we're having a 4 attack cost. Not really that big of a deal. We're getting one-shotted by them anyway if they can get an energy on board. So they're going to get their board set up. They're going to use Spreading Light, get probably 2 more on here. That way they can get straight into their Mega Chandelure. Or not. Okay. Don't think they saw the advantage of Spreading Light versus playing Buddy Poffin. It kind of puts them a turn behind unless they have a rare candy. And now they have to get 2 energy on. Granted, they do play Wonders Patch, but they have no energy in the bin. So let's just get pieces going here. As long as we can get 2 energy on the Mega Excadrill, we should be fine. I'm going to use Metallic Signal. That's just so we can thin out our deck here. Play Pokégear, see which we get. We get Lillies. I'll probably hold that off for next turn. So let's Metal Maker, see if we can get 2 energy. We do. Kind of tempted to hold our hand. We're definitely going to retreat. Get into our Mega Excadrill here. Part of me wants to discard, but at the same time, it could help them out if they play Wonders Patch and have that already in hand. I'm just going to play Lillies. We don't really need anything else in our hand. We got all our evolutions out, and that's why I wanted that Drilbur. Trying to get that set up for next turn. We have Gravity Mountain, which I will hold off for now. We'll put an energy onto the Drilbur, get that set up. Because no need to really do the 200 just yet. They're not in any position for that. And yeah, let's just do Undermine. Do 90 damage, which will knock them out and mill 2 of their cards. And those are actually really 2 good cards. So we'll get a prize card. It'll be another Metal Energy. Perfect. So if we use Lillies, we can get some energy back into our discard. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 12. So we only have 6 more left in the deck here. So it looks like they're going to go with Lillie's Clefairy. We do hit them for weakness. So that's the beauty of it. But we have to go with the maximum drilling, unfortunately. We're just going to be 10 shy of doing the Undermine. We don't play any modifications to our damage. We don't play Max Belt. Our Ace-Specs Hero's Cave, which we need to try to get into as well. That will help us out. And they're just going to attack us for 200. That's fine. That's why we played the Jumbo Ice Creams. So speaking of which, we'll get that. We will use Metallic Signal. And we'll grab some cards out of our deck here. Just to thin and also get our board even more established. Already hitting for 400. I'm not worried about the Mega Chandelure yet. But we can get the other Excadrill set up if we can get those cards. And I'm going to leave the other energy in. We're going to play Jumbo Ice Cream, heal off some damage here. 400. They don't have any energy on that guy yet, so I'm not too worried about it. And their hand size is pretty low. So let's just go do maximum drilling, get 2 more prize cards, kind of set up for a 2 KO punch on the Mega Chandelure to end the game. Okay, another energy and a Metagross. So if we get judged, at least we have a way to get our Metagrosses out. And we'll be able to put 4 energies into our deck as well. So I say we're in a pretty good spot. We are able to set up our deck really quickly. Get a Lillies, that's fine. So I want to do one energy here. I'm gonna play Gravity Mountain 320, so we can actually knock that guy out this turn. If we can get one more energy onto this Mega Excadrill with 3 attempts to do that. I want to play Lilies to better our odds because we were drawing to a lot of energy, and there it goes again. So we're just grabbing cards just to thin. We just need one more energy and we can knock this guy out. We do have the KO if we can pull this off. Okay, we have one more attempt here. Let's see if we can get at least one energy. We don't. We missed. We whiffed it, which is fine. We'll just hit for 200. They need a lot to even play catch up with us. Because even if they knock us out, we can promote the Mega Excadrill and be in a good shape here. Yeah, they're just going to hit for us, get 3 prizes, but we'll get the last 3 ourselves. So, we got the game. Let's just finish this out because we are hitting for 200 damage. And it'll be the last 3 cards that we need. Because that was a Neo Upper, that was not a Legacy Energy, and that's it. So, simple as that. Be able to beat Mega Chandelure. So again, if you want to see our version of Mega Chandelure, take a look on our channel. That was actually the first Pitch Black deck we showcased on here, and it's actually a really fun deck. So go ahead and take a look at that. In the meantime, let's go in game number 2 and see how Mega Excadrill deals with the rest of the ladder. Okay, y'all, we're in game number 2. We got the victory in game 1. Our opponent won the coin flip, and they are deciding to go first, which is perfectly fine with us. I love to be able to get our board set up if we can. I'm going to start with a Genesect, which is fine. It's not my best start. I'd rather start with a single prizer just in case. But they mulligan, and it looks like they're going to be playing a Tyranitar deck. Or not Tyranitar, sorry, a Tyrantrum deck. So this is going to be pretty interesting. It's a fossil deck, which is pretty good. Not pretty good. It's a new... Not new, sorry. Fossils haven't been good until this set with Fossil Quarry. So it's nice to see that Fossils have a nice opportunity to shine. But our hand is pretty lackluster here. Unless we can get a Buddy Poffin, we're not going to be able to really do much this turn. So they have Rocket Energy, which doesn't affect us. We're not doing status conditions at all. And yeah, that's all they do. They're not really doing much else. Ugh. We'll use Metallic Signal here just to grab pieces out of our deck. I'm not going to show them the Excadrill yet. Do that, and we'll just boss up the Lunatone, kind of slow them down. And we'll just end our turn. I don't think we need to put the other Genesect in play. I don't want to. And I hope next turn we can get a Lillies or even just a Buddy Poffin. So they switched, but we're making them use resources. So that's the more important part here. And it looks like they're not having the best draw either, which fossil decks tend to be like that. So this is just a battle of who's whiffing the hardest. Yeah, so they're just trying to get something going here. And they're just drawing. So hopefully we get something. Kieran does not help us. Again, I'm not going to show off the Excadrill yet. I'm just going to wait. Again, I'm just going to disrupt them a little bit. I don't really have much else going on in my hand either. If I have to, I'll put down the second Genesect just to prolong the game for me, but I'd rather not. So let's see if the third turns are gives us something here. We have all our evolution Pokemon in our hands. Oh man. I hate doing this, but this is gonna set up our board. I could have just tapped and get the knockout. But I want to call for family and grab a Beldum and a Drilbur and kind of set up what we need to do for next turn. At least we have one Beldum in play. So if our Drilbur stays, at least we'll have an opportunity to get one energy on there and start attacking and milling them out. Because we do have the Mega Excadrills in hand. So hopefully this kind of disrupt them a little bit more. Just so we can get our board established. So it seems like they're not having much luck with their hand either. Which is unfortunate because I kind of wanted to see a fossil deck like really go. So it seems like they're going to attach energy probably to the Ursaluna, I would think. Ooh, and Ursaluna is actually a pretty scary single prize attacker here because we can tank a lot of attacks, and with that it just powers up their attack more. So they're kind of copying what we're doing, which is fine. So we'll do that. We'll evolve into Mega Excadrill, and I evolved the wrong one. I meant to keep both of these single prizes, but it is what it is. We have the Kieran, so we can switch. So let's see if we can get an energy here. We get 2 energy, that's perfect. So we'll put it on here. We have the Kieran, and we are going to switch into our Mega here. Don't think we have any other evolution in our deck. We don't. And kind of just want to do Undermine, put some damage in the board, and just yeah, just mill them out because they don't have resources, and if we can get rid of the resources, they'll be great. Kind of stick them. Yeah, they didn't have much. Jumbo Ice Cream, don't need that yet. Not sure if we need the extra energy just yet, so I'm gonna hold off. We whiff on the energy. And we're just gonna use Undermine again. Hopefully we get rid of some important resource for them. Energy is perfect unless they get Tarragon. We get Team Rocket's Petrel, it's perfect. We can get Buddy Poffin for next turn and start getting more of our Beldums in play. See what who they promote. I know they're pretty behind. Because even if they attack with the Ursaluna, we're one-shotting them back, because I believe, yeah, 150. So we can use the maximum drilling attack to knock really any of their Pokemon out. So I know it's a tough decision. They're on the back foot for sure. So I'm glad that we were able to get out of our hand quicker and kind of like just slow them down enough. So I'm wondering if they just kind of did an AFK moment, because it took them a while to promote. So if they don't do anything this turn, it's probably that, I hate to say it, maybe a concession. It's just the computer's not recognizing it. Or they're just taking that long to make a decision, which is fine. Because in their discard, they have 3 energy, so if they do play a Tarragon, they can get all that energy out. So it's pretty good for them. But I think they kind of, they're kind of done with the game, unfortunately, based on the no activity here. But we'll still play on. We can still show what we can do and trying to show how we can get out hands like this. So we'll play Pokégear. What do we get? We get a lot of things, honestly. I'd rather the Lillies and save the Petrel for later. Because I want to try to get a Buddy Poffin or another... yeah, there we go. We got Buddy Poffins and then Beldum here. So we got a pretty decent Lillies from that. We'll use Metallic Signal to grab the Metangs for next turn, assuming we get a next turn, depending on how our opponent plays. I want to save the energy, or the energy recycler, until we absolutely have to. So we get 2 energy. So we'll put that on this Mega Excadrill. And we're just going to do maximum drilling, get a prize card from them. And another energy, that's perfect. Yeah, I think this is too far, they're too far behind to catch up with us. They don't have another attacker. So yeah, once we get set up, like, we're pretty much good. We don't need a lot of resources. This is a very low to the ground deck. Wouldn't say this is necessarily a beginner-friendly deck, but once you get the pieces you have, so once you get your Excadrills, once you get your Metangs out, there's really not a lot left you have to do other than just like control your resources. Especially with the very low counts of some important pieces like the energy recycler, the Metagrosses, the stadium we have. Just knowing when to pick and choose when we need to do certain cards. That is the most complicated portion and part of this deck. But as you saw, yeah, they kind of walked away from the game. Once we got set up, we had control over the game. So I'm glad that we're able to get the win on this. Unfortunately, it's from an inactivity, but they did play the game in the beginning. I'm pretty sure they probably hit concession. The computer didn't recognize it. So 2-0. Let's go to game 3 and see if we can finish this video with a 3-0 record. Okay, y'all. We have a 2-0 record right now, going to game 3. See if we can finish off 3-0. But as we were talking, or as I was talking about with the other games, once we get set up, we're pretty much good. There's really not much going on with this deck, and I think that's the beauty of playing a more simplistic deck like Mega Excadrill. A lot of times people forget that not everyone can see those complicated lines. I honestly can't see the complicated lines in a lot of the more advanced decks. But to be able to have fun, to be able to really grasp the mechanics of the game, a deck like Mega Excadrill is a really good way to see the importance of how to do certain actions. So are we going first or second? They're going to go first. So we'll start with our Drilbur and we'll go from there. And it looks like we're going against either Mega Electric, or sorry, not Electric, Mega, it looks like Mega Manectric here, which I haven't gone against yet. So this is going to be interesting. They are weak. No, they're not weak to us because I forgot we're a metal deck. So we'll get 2 Drilburs out. We don't have an energy. So we'll just have to end our turn. We do have a Metang for next turn, so hopefully we can get some energy out. I wish we were able to play Call from Family, but I will say that is the weakness of this deck. If we don't get a good setup, we're behind. And it looks like they're going to get into their Mega, and then they can just hit it for 120. Good thing is we're not a basic deck, so the effect doesn't really matter for us as much. But if we can't evolve, we're gonna be... Ugh. So hopefully we can get an energy and do Call for Family here. We get 2 energy. Okay, so I'm gonna put 1 here, and then I'm gonna put 1 in the Metal Maker. And we'll just Call for Family. We don't have a lot going on, but I definitely need a Drilbur. And I'm going to grab a Genesect here. I was tempted to get the Fez, but we need to get going. I don't think they can take multiple Pokemon out at once, so I think we're fine with the board that we have. We can knock them out if we get the energy requirement on the Mega Excadrill, so I'm not worried about that. They're not one-shotting us. Actually, they can no, they're not one-shotting us, and we can one-shot them. So they're attacking us pretty good right now. So my hope is that we can get going this turn. So we'll do Metallic Signal here. Definitely grab a Mega. We'll grab a Metang. Okay, we're going to evolve. We got Metangs here. 1 energy. I'm not needing the energy right now. We'll play Metal Maker. We got 1. Hopefully we can get a good hit with this one. 1. Okay, well at least we can do 200. So we'll hit for 200. We'll knock them out next turn, assuming they don't retreat. They do have free retreat though. Okay, if they have another one, they're probably going to retreat, kind of tank the damage here. Do they have energy in discard? They don't, so they're not going to be able to utilize their electrics once they evolve them. So let's see what they do. I'm assuming they're grabbing the Kilowattrel. Yeah, they're getting all the pieces they need to just get their board going here. And if they can get energy into the discard, they can power up their other Mega here. Oh, and they took us out. Well, this may be it for us. That's what happens when we don't draw what we need. Okay. I'm gonna play Energy Recycler, get all the energy back into our discard, or into our deck. Go to Metallic Signal here. Luckily we only need 3 energy. That's still a lot to ask. Ugh. Let's play Petrel. What do I want to grab here? Honestly, there's really not much that will save us. Only thing I think of is Buddy Poffin. To use Buddy Poffin to grab pieces, so that way we can try to get 3 energy off of 2 Metangs. Okay, we got 2. Can we get 1 more? We do. But I kind of see the writing on the wall. I think they're going to get us here. So we're just gonna do Metallic Hammer. We're not gonna discard the energy because we don't need to. We'll get 3 energy here, or 3 prize cards. If they can get 3 energy on their Mega Manectric, they win. Actually, what they should have done is kept the Mega Manectric on the bench. Used the Tymo as a free retreater. They have 2 energy in the discard. They have another one in hand. They could have got game. But I think they were overzealous to promoting the Mega. And we can do... No, we can do 300 damage. We're not knocking him out. But if we can get a Mega Excadrill running, then we can knock them out. So, let's see. Oh, they're going to go for the Zeraora. Can that knock out? Yeah, they only have to take 1 prize card. So, they got game. They played this well. They understood their strategy and just went very patient in it. They can just take out any one of my Pokemon. Oh! That's right, you can only go after EXs with that card. Okay. This changes it a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. Put energy on the Mega Excadrill. I'm gonna try to thin out some more cards. I can't do that, okay. What's in my discard? Okay, so let's see what we can do with the Metangs here. We get 2. And then 1, okay. We're not doing the extra damage yet. Could retreat. Into the Mega, but then if they can get Zeraora set up again, they can knock this out. I'm gonna retreat. I think it's better to attack with the Mega Excadrill. So, I'm gonna Lily's Determination here. And I'll just do a maximum drilling, get the knockout. And see what we can do going forward here. We're catching up here. But if they get another Zeraora play set up, then they got game, which looks like they will. Oh no, they're going with Mega. Okay. Are they trying to go for the paralysis play here? Did I use my Kieran yet? I have not. If I can get Kieran, we get paralyzed, that can help us out. Nope, they were just going for the KO. So, we claw our way back out. We didn't have the best setup, so again, with this deck, if we don't have the setup, it's very hard for us to come back. So, kudos to the Mega Manectric. And I know we were waiting for this card to really shine. I think this is a great format for this card, especially with the amount of water decks coming out of the woodworks. So I'm glad that we were able to kind of see this deck in action. Let us know if you want us to do a Mega Manectric deck. I don't believe we've done one on this channel yet. So if you want to see it, let us know in the comments and we'll look at this and we'll make a deck around it. So we end with a 2-1 record, so let's go to the deck list and kind of talk about the games that we played. Okay, y'all. That was Mega Excadrill. It was actually a pretty fun video to make. Really quick games. I will say, if you play this deck, you're not doing any draw-out games. You're playing with a Mega Pokemon. If they knock out 2 of your Megas, the game is over. So, if you're looking for something quick, something to grind the ladder really smoothly, this is a great deck. Again, in our intro, we talked about why are we showcasing this deck. Well, this is going to be an upcoming meta call, in my opinion. This is a great deck. It has a lot of great text on there. Plays really smooth. Doesn't need a lot of thinking. So if you're going to a tournament, this may be a really great deck, especially if you have problems with thinking of your lines of play. A lot of decks are more advanced. I will say there's some decks I don't even touch because they play like that. I'd rather play something simple like this. Let me finish my games in like 10 minutes and let me get some food. With this, I will say if your local meta is full of Mega Excadrills, we are weak to grass. So I would consider playing a deck that has a fire type Pokemon. Mega Charizard is becoming more of a thing in my opinion. I see that in my local league. Mega Camerupt is pretty good too. The Delphox is a really good pick as well. So maybe playing a fire type deck will be very advantageous for y'all. And also, not a lot of people are expecting fire types, so if you bring fire type and you are in a meta where we'll see a decent amount of Excadrill, I will say you'll have a pretty good showing at your league, hopefully. Again, there's always RNG and all that fun stuff. But this, yeah, if you're going against something with a lot of grass Pokemon, we are resistant to grass, so it takes them a little more to knock you out. So Mega Excadrill is a really good call. Also be on the lookout for one-shot decks. We don't play Mist Energy, so that new Mega Absol deck that's popping up is a very good target for Mega Excadrill. They can easily put 6 damage counters on us and just take the KO. We are also very dependent on what's in our hand, so even Claw of Darkness is a very bad attack. So Mega Absol box can be something problematic for us. But other than that, I think this is a really great deck. Again, I did not use Heroscape in this video at all. We can replace the Heroscape with any other ace spec in my opinion. If I'm going to change up anything else in this list, I would like to play more stadium bumps. I think we're in a format where stadiums are not necessarily important right now, but having more than one Gravity Mountain may be really good for this deck, or even maybe more healing. Maybe playing AZ Tranquility just for more healing and switching options as well. But with all that being said, this is a fun deck. I love playing this deck. These games are really quick, and I knew if I was going to win, I knew when I was going to lose. So, but yeah, let us know your thoughts on Mega Excadrill, what edits you will make to this list, and how you all are playing and seeing this in your local meta. With all that being said, thank you for watching this episode of the Road Deck Chronicles Road Deck Showcase. Remember to like and subscribe to our videos. And as always, y'all, have fun playing those sneaky decks. See y'all.